What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Game Week 27 deadline stream. My name is Ryan, and good morning, good evening, wherever you are. I can see Charlie Roberts, Chaza. Welcome. Good morning. Sorry, good evening. How are you doing? I just woke up. I woke up. I was like, a few more minutes of sleep. Then woke up. Oh no, I need to be doing a deadline stream. So turn on the computer and here we are. Did you buy Bowen? That's all I care about. I'm about to buy Bowen. I haven't made the transfer actually. Um, but I am planning on buying Bowen. Well, did something change between now, like by the time I went to sleep and getting up, that is Bowen suddenly not available, or is he available? And I also probably need to share this stream now with everyone else on social media. Publish all of that. Connor, how are you doing? Manish, welcome. Muhin, good evening. How are we doing, Ryan? I sent you my team on Insta. It's gonna be a tough week. Let me bring it up. Give me a few minutes to bring everything up. Captain Salan, I'll be using assistant manager gaming to Lasner, not. That's pretty good. Don't mind that. Nothing happened. Okay, he's just the hype train. Yes. We were discussing yesterday about Bowen, and my plan was to bring Bowen in. I had enough cash to do Rogers to Bowen this week. I just forgot to do it before the price changes. I was like, okay, I'll just wait now because I completely forgot. So I'm just gonna do it now on stream here. Muhin says, good evening. Good evening to you as well. Let me create a poll. I'm interested to know captaincy. I think captaincy has obviously definitely been a conversation this week. So let's have a is there anyone else apart from Salah and Palmer who are part of the consideration for this week? No, I think it's just those two. Let's just put these three and see. I'm interested to see where things will land. Here we go. Alright, poll is up. Do vote in the poll depending on your captaincy pick, and let me know where exactly you are planning on going as well, while I just quickly share these teams and bring up your teams as well. Actually share the stream and bring up your teams. And let me load Instagram as well because of Connor's team. All right, here we go. Connor. Team for this week. Anything you would change? Let's have a look. So this is Connor's team. Also before I show Connor's team, this was obviously my team that we saw discussed yesterday. That's basically the team from yesterday. The armband has swapped certain Cole Palmer. We will be doing transfers, which would sell Morgan Rogers and obviously bring in a certain Jared Bowen. I also, before I did that, wanted to see if there were any transfer news from today that I missed while I was sleeping. Out in terms of transfer news. Paqueta, Sufal won't recover. 3 others still out. Come to could return in gaming 28. Okay. So at least for this week, Bowen will potentially be on pens. No one else is back. Okay, Enda is still injured from the looks of it. No fresh concerns. Oh. Amarim. Nobody's recovering for this. Anything news? Any interesting news? Okay. Nothing really new for this week that's important. I think the only thing to kind of keep in mind is Newcastle and Liverpool. Obviously, the League Cup is this week, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, it's not. When is the final? Oh, it's on the 17th of March. Okay, there's plenty of time. Never mind. So obviously this weekend is free for Liverpool. Cool, cool, cool. Just wanted to know about that as well. All right. Now, obviously, since I've read all of that, let me load up Connor's team. This is Connor's team, obviously, and let me read the chat. So Gav, how are you doing? Welcome, Varun as well. Welcome, Com, MFZ, Nikita. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you all doing? Connor says center team. Manisha read that. 2:30 in Adelaide. Can hardly keep the eyes open. I understand your feeling. I just slept and got up and I was like, what? Give me more sleep. But here we are. Varun says start Wood or get Bowen for Rogers for a -4 and bench Wood. Bowen also plays in 29 versus Everton. Bet Bowen for Rogers for a -4. Tempting. I think if you're gonna get Bowen anyways, I don't mind it. And if you have to take a -4 on top of that, if you have to take a -4 between now and game 29, and you still want Bowen, then I'd do it. Yes, it's a good fixture, and the hit could pay off. Now before I read everyone else's chat as well, let me get to Connor's team because you might want to go to bed. I don't know. But like obviously Ariola in goal. Trent Munoz, Wan-Bissaka, Chard and Mitoma, Palmer, Cap, Clivert, Mo Salah, Isak, and Watkins. And on the bench, you got Luis Hall, Joe Pedro, and Greaves, along with Jorgensen. And obviously, Potter is still your assistant manager as well, on top of that. Looks good. Anything that I would change? Joe Pedro could potentially start. Up to you whether you want him as first sub or second sub. Uh, that's basically it, I think. I think the midfield is fine. I don't mind Shard against Everton. He tends to find attacking returns at times, so I don't really mind that. Yeah, I like it. Farmer captain, looking good, looking good. Best of luck. So yeah, Varun, that I answered. Here we go. Bowen, arrow time. Yes, indeed. Gov says, let's go. Indeed. Bowenite FC, by far the greatest team Danny Dyer has ever seen, and it's Jared Bowen. Combe says, hey gang, welcome Combe. Hope you're doing well. MSN says, get some sleep, Mr. Ryan. Yes. Need to go. 2 hours will be back in bed. Although I do want to know if I want to get up and watch the games. I do really want to get up and watch the games, especially if I'm capturing Palmer. We'll see. Midweek is so annoying because I have to get up for work anyways, and I can't. Like the last times on the Friday deadlines, at least I'll just sleep late on the Saturday and get up late on Saturday. But you think I had to get up, go back to sleep for a couple hours, and then get up again for work. So I hate midweek deadlines. Trasad, Semenyo, Clivert, choose two, says Nikita. I would choose. I'd go Clivert for pens. Trossard or Semenyo? I'd probably go Trossard to be slightly different. So Trossard and Clivert. Very close between Trossard and Semenyo. Semenyo so many shots. But finishing is not the best at times. But I'm just gonna go Clivert and Trossard. Clivert obviously for the pens. just in case. And Trossard because different team. Maybe you want to get a piece of the pie from Arsenal attack. I'm assuming that's the only Arsenal attacking player you have as well. Load up on Man United. I repeat, no. No. I did a video on a buy and sell for midfielders, and Bruno Fernandes was on there, and my thoughts on Bruno Fernandes was well displayed on the video. No FA Cup this weekend, then Champions League. FA, yeah. Okay, yes. 17th March League Cup, yes, indeed. FA Cup weekend, yes, yep. So free week for Liverpool, so they have rest, which means they can go big in this game. Apologies, sir. My daughter video called me during the stream yesterday. She's in Paris at the school, so she's very excited. Algonquin show went on nonetheless. Bought Bowen in for Rogers. I didn't have a time to catch. I'll probably catch the FPL Addicts pod today. What is the reasoning for capping Palmer? Salah is only blanked once at home this season, and his second highest score this season against Newcastle. Yes, that is very true. I don't think there's any wrong decision in captaincy. I do still think Salah is going to be the favorite captaincy option and the most captain this week. The only reason I'm capping Palmer is because Southampton are in one massive injury crisis. The team that they're able to put out is bare bones. Let me get the predicted Southampton team. And Palmer, at least at home, tends to have a decent, decent data behind him. Just behind, obviously Salah still leads it, but he tends to have pretty decent data, in terms of home, um, home returns and home chances conceded, goals scored. Obviously, he has pretty decent numbers behind it. Now, I will still add to this, obviously, that I still believe Salah, in terms of consistency, is probably going to be the best captaincy option this week. However, I do think Palmer offers a higher ceiling, similar to the assistant manager last week, right? Everyone assistant manager went like Glasner, Pereira, and all the table bonus managers offered the higher ceiling. Whereas the likes of keeping it on slot, keeping it on Emery, who probably were consistent picks that you knew were going to get some returns, and obviously the likes of Arteta that people went for were supposed to also get consistent return. Obviously that didn't happen, but that's kind of the same situation like here, where the likes of Palmer offers the higher ceiling, but it can also offer like a 2-pointer. It's like Glasner. He could have got you a 0-pointer, or he could have got you a 20-pointer. Whereas, with if you kept it on slot or Emery, you're gonna get like at least about 8 to 10 points. Same situation here. So the question is, do you want to try for the high ceiling shot? Or are you just gonna, or do you just take the super consistent Salah, which is probably a goal and an assist? Or you hope that Salah, ends up in the Arteta situation where he just gets a 2-pointer and Newcastle by some miracle manage to keep him quiet, which is very unlikely, but yeah. But this is Southampton's predictors team, and this is one of the reasons for targeting. It looks pretty grim from all the Southampton fans that have, I'm obviously Freddie, who is a subscriber of the channel and also Southampton fan. He also said they don't look that great. They concede quite a lot of chances. So I don't know. I'm willing to punt on it. The other thing also, honestly, it's my rank. I'm sitting outside the top 1 million. Hopefully, I need to kind of take 1 or 2 punts against the popular captain if I have any chance of reducing rank. Hence the risky captaincy pick. So yeah, that's a long explanation of captaining Palmer. but I think it's needed to, like, that explanation is suppose I need to give that type of explanation, otherwise makes no sense as to why I'm capping Palmer. Sir Matt Bugs, we says a very good late night, early morning to you, Ryan. Bench one of Pedro, Visa, or Dango. Well, thank you very much. Good evening to you as well, I'm assuming. Bench one of Pedro, Visa, or Dango. You expect Pedro to start. With Zabani injured, that could be a bit of it. I might bench Dango in that specific situation because Pedro will start, be on pens. Visa obviously good fixture as well. I'll probably bench Dango, to be honest. So Matt Buxby. Combe says I'm bringing Neto for Gordon, so Q a Neto benching this game week. Nah, he's probably starting. If anything, Nkunku could get benched and Sancho plays instead. Chaza says Ryan got some news for the FPL branded Instagram account this month. We managed 255,000 views. Whew. Wow. Well done, Chaza. Obviously, if you guys haven't noticed, like those of you on Instagram, if you see the Fantasy Premier League site, or the Fantasy Premier League Instagram account, Chaza obviously is the mastermind behind that. So obviously, if you haven't checked out and you do use Instagram, go check it out and drop it a follow. Having said that, here's MFZ's team with double fixtures. Let me bring it up as well, and let me read the rest of the chat. Chad says bench one: Semenyo, Waneri, Isak, Watkins, Visa. Also play Robinson or Kirk. Bench one. Out of that one, this one I would probably bench Waneri and start Isak, Watkins, Visa, and Semenyo. Between Robinson and Kirkes, Robinson or Kirkes, that's a more tougher one. I'd probably start Kirkes. I think he's a slightly more attacking fullback than Robinson. The only thing being that I don't think both of them are going to keep a clean sheet, to be honest. And I have Cunha, so I kind of want Cunha to score, even though I'm starting Robinson. And I'm expecting Wolves might get at one goal. Probably Kirkes, but that might be because I have Cunha. But if you were to look at the data, Fulham have the better defense. And with Zabani's red card, you expect that to be a knock to Bournemouth, and obviously their chances of keeping a clean sheet reduces. So maybe you go Robinson in that case if you wanted, like, there is a chance that Robinson does keep a clean sheet and Cunha blanks, but yeah. Nikita says, thanks, no worries. Hossam Salem, hi, how are you doing? MZ says, just in my team. Yes, we got MZ's team on screen right now. By the way, Salah played like 4 games in 11 days, 90 minutes per each as well. Also PSG soon. Yes, that's true. That's kind of why I was looking at when the League Cup final was, because I got confused whether it was this week or next week. So obviously League Cup final is next week. Yes, sorry, week after. Week after. Yeah, basically week after. So this weekend, obviously Liverpool don't have any fixtures, so I guess that should be an issue. So I still expect Salah to start play at least 75 to 80 minutes depending on game state. Because weekend they can rest. Because Liverpool are not in the FA Cup. Got Bowen and Cunha instead of Rodgers and Gakpo with a hit. Actually, don't mind that. I think those are pretty decent moves. Alright, MZ says, do you want me to share you again Salah heat map? If you know, you know. No, please don't do that. The last time you shared me Salah's heat map, it didn't end well. At least for you, it didn't end well. So don't do it again. Especially if you plan on captaining Palmer like you do here. Let's not share Salah's heat map again. G, welcome. Good evening, G. How are you doing? See, Chelsea fans have organized a protest against their owners tonight. Was that this week? Well, I think Man United fans also have like a protest coming up for when they play Arsenal, which is probably next weekend. Not really going to change much, but yeah. At Fantasy Premier League dot underscore. Yes, that's the Instagram account for anyone who's wondering. While you're following Kaza on Instagram, make sure to follow me as well, Football Chatbox on Instagram. Thank you very much. G says start 2, Hall, Gakpo, Colville, and Rogers. Ooh, G, are you looking to make any transfers? Like getting rid of Rogers and Gakpo, for example? Um, I would probably start Colville because obviously Southampton. So Colville is one. I'd start Gakpo as the second. Although I don't know if Gakpo will be playing or not. So if you can make a transfer to get rid of either Gakpo or Rogers, I don't mind that as well. But Colville and Gakpo from that list. You kind run, thank you. I try my best and ride until the league takes the page down. How the Premier League did see the Instagram stories earlier. Yep, fair enough. Chad says thank you. No worries. Alright. This is MFZ's team. 180 in a league. I enjoyed the last 3 gaming points. You can check the last 3 weeks. Alright, let's have a look as well. I'll get rid in the next 2 weeks. Okay, fair enough. Shub Heron says hello. Hello, Shub Heron. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's load MFZ just to check his last 3 as well. He's at 108. Here we go. 81 points. Assistant manager. Oh, so sad. It is what it is. 98, 144. Woo. Massive returns there. Oh, certain Chris Wood, no wonder. Alright, so MFZ's current team: Ariola, Trent, Munoz, Wambisaka, Mito. What am I looking at? Wrong team, sorry. Pickford, Munoz, Trent, Castanege. I'll close this one. This is Connors, obviously. Bruno, Palmer, Bowen, Dango, Sala, Isak, and Chris Wood. Palmer cap. Bruno, you had Bruno last week? Did you go and buy Bruno? Oh, you had Bruno. Look at you, keeping faith in Bruno Fernandes. Munoz, unfortunately, it is what it is. So, any changes? No, I don't think. Did you make it? Who did you buy? You definitely bought Bowen in. For Rogers. Yes. Okay, so you did Rogers to Bowen. Fair enough. Yep, I like the team. Looks pretty good. Aditya, welcome. How are you doing? Edwin also says good evening. 38. I have no comments. I have nothing to say. We don't talk about Bruno. Isak to Cunha? Nah, because looking at your team now, I'm assuming you'll be selling Trent, right? MZ? You're not free hitting in 29, right? I'm guessing you're going to be selling Trent, and then you can use that money to do Endai to Cunha instead of selling Isak. Kinda what I'm thinking. Is that what you were planning on doing, or what's the plan? Because you have to bench at least 3 of the blankers, right? Munoz, Salah, and Isak probably be the ones who you end up benching. Shubharan says, did Scott comment anything around Gakpo starting? No, from the looks of it. Liverpool, Connor Badley out for a few weeks. Gomez, Alex McAllister should be fine. He was however asked about the busy schedule, so he wasn't really asked about Gakpo. He didn't say anything about Gakpo. Basically, he scored. Anyone who wants to read. He didn't say anything about Gakpo. I had a bit of. And also, would you hope that Gakpo starts or just move him or Rogers out for Cunha, Bowen, and Semenyo? Already have Clive. Yes, I would probably move both of them out for Cunha and Bowen. Right. I don't know if I'd hope and see that he starts. I'd just probably move. There's nothing mentioned on him as well, so I don't know. If I want to just wait another week. Instead, I'll just go and get the players that I kind of want. What I'm thinking. I had a bit of a disaster with my bench and captaincy last week. Can you have a look? 195. Let's. 1.1 in the bank, 2 free. Alright, I can't do Endai to Cunha. Trent have Southampton next week, surely not. True, you might have to wait and see though. He might not necessarily start Southampton because they're PSG on either side. So we'll have to kind of wait and see. Bruno 25 pointer plea phased across next 12 game weeks. Munoz will be gone for Ain't in 29. Ah, you won't do Trent instead. So then you'll have to buy Munoz back again for like game week 30 and whatnot. Isak has Liverpool, then West Ham, surely Cunha better. Yes, true. Depends on like the value you have stored in Isak as well. Selling Isak is not a simple thing as well, right? Like for me, example, Isak is 9.5 million. I can only sell him for 9.1 right now. Like a 0.4 million difference. That's a lot of money for me. So it depends on your team value as well, potentially. Whereas Trent, however, for me is 7.4. I can sell him for 7.3. Still 0.1 loss. So I'm happy to sell Trent for me. So it depends on your team and how much value and all you have stored in the player. How are we all feeling? Huge opportunity this game week to gain some ground. Only 2 game weeks in the month of March, followed by 5 in April. Busy season in April. A busy season. 2 in March, no? Actually pretty interesting. Is this the first of no? 28 and 29, right? Yeah. Interesting. Alright, let's see how we go. Conor Bradley out for weeks, try and Trent will start. Yeah, that's true. That's the thing. You could still play Kwanzaa at times, but I don't know if they'll play Kwanzaa. Cunha versus Bowen this game week. Would you consider Marmoush for game week 29? I have considered Marmoush for 29, which is why I still haven't. That third striker spot still open, because Marmoush could be an option. Either Marmoush or Chris Wood. That Endai spot basically. Alright, whose team I was supposed to bring in? Edwin. Alright, let's bring up Edwin. And I need to make the Jared Bowen transfer. Oh, he's in here. Okay. Edwin 195, you said. Alright, make transfers. Actually, last time I ended the stream early and the deadline was still open. This time we'll wait and see that the game reloads before ending the deadline stream. Rogers out, Bowen in, confirm transfers. There we go. Alright, Bowen has made it into the team, lads. Alright. Edwin, what did you do? Oh, I see what happened. Oh no. Did I tell you to start Joe Pedro or start Rogers? I don't remember now. I feel like there were a couple people I said JP to start as a punt. I don't remember. Anyways, I guess it is what it is. You said you have 2 free transfers and 1.1 in the bank. I would look at doing I would start Joe Pedro this week. Bench Morgan Rogers. 1.1. Unfortunately, that's not enough money to like. You could do Rogers to Mitoma, maybe. Can you do Rogers to Mitoma? 5.6, 6.6, 6.7. How much is Mitoma? No, you have 5.3, right, for Rogers? So maybe 5.3. So 6.4, right? You have totally. Where is Brighton? 6.4. Okay. So you could move Morgan Rogers to either Mitoma or Neto. One of the two, Edwin. It was a close one. We were both on the fence. Yeah. Okay, fine enough. Captaincy, I think you kind of had to try it. Bit unfortunate that the red card happened for Bournemouth, and then that kind of ruined everything. Captain Dango Unchained, yes. Ended up becoming Dango Chained. Gomez can play right back. Yes, good. He could actually. That's a good point. But he's injured. So because of that, Still Trent. Oh, Kwanzaa. 6 blankers in game 29, so I have to get rid of at least 3 of them by then. Yes, you probably have to. With starting with Morgan Rogers, who could go for Bowen. You can't afford Bowen. So Morgan Rogers could go for Neto or Mitoma. Um, Otherwise, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who is the 6 blankers? You have Trent blanking, Salah blanking, Rogers blanking, Mateta blanking, and Isak blanking. Isn't it 5 blankers? Or am I missing someone else from this team? Mikalenko, Hoysen, Joe Pedro. No, 5 blankers, right? The only thing is, you might. Do you have a wild card? Yes, you do have a wild card. You might potentially want to buy. You'll have to sell one of the strikers and buy them back again, because otherwise you'll go into gaming 29 with just playing one striker, which ideally might not be the best case scenario when everyone else will at least be playing 2 strikers. So you probably want to sell one of your strikers and then buy them back. So one of Isak or Mateta, depending on how much value you have, you'd have to get back in. I would lose 0.3 selling Rogers. Fine, I think I also lost 0.3 selling Rogers. And I looked at Rogers' next coming fixtures and I'm like, I am probably not going to want you for the moment. I have no plans on getting like Morgan Rogers back again. In Southampton, I have no like. I think my time with Rogers is basically done. At this moment, I have no plan of buying Morgan Rogers again for the rest of the season, unless something drastically changes and his form just goes supernova. But 23 minutes late. 23 minutes late on which one? Oh yeah, you mean the deadline, right? Yeah, exactly. Advik, how are you doing? Welcome. What's up? How are you? I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I noticed you. Advik, did you go and get Bowen in? I think I saw it on Twitter. I'm not really sure. Rogers to Embuemo or Bowen? Just have one free transfer. Oh, Embuemo or Bowen? What is Boemo's fixtures? Everton, Villa, Bournemouth. Everton, Villa, Bournemouth. Oh, but this week I'd probably go Bowen because of the Leicester fixture. Peter, I'd go for Bowen this week because of the Leicester fixture. I lose. I read that. Yes, Henderson, Trent, Salah, Isak, Mateta, Rogers, blank in 29. Goalkeeper. That I forgot. uh, hmm. Okay, goalkeeper we can fix later. For now, let's try and field the outfield players. So 6. So that means 3 transfers. 1 striker will have to go. Morgan Rogers will be 1. You can potentially keep Trent. Hodgson, Mikalenko, you'll be playing a back 4. You don't really need to sell Trent. You can bench him. You'll start a back 4 of Hodgson, Mikalenko, Robinson, Gabriel, with a midfield 4 of Embuemo, Palmer, Dango, who could become an issue by then, and Rogers' replacement. Along with Joe Pedro up front and Mateta or Isak's replacement. You're in for a tough game at 29, Edwin, because Dango and Joe Pedro come gaming 29. Depending on Danny Welbeck's obviously situation and Evan Nilsson's situation, they could be a slight issue for gaming 29. The 2 of them. But for now, we just assume that they'll be okay and we continue to move on. I would do, if you're willing to take a hit, you can take a hit now and maybe get a better player. Like you could do Rogers to either Neto or Mitoma, or Rogers to like a Bowen, and obviously you take the hit on deciding on one of your strikers going this week, potentially. It really needed, maybe not. Feels a bit wrong to sell one of the strikers this week when they have pretty decent fixtures from an attacking point of stand. Gotta keep Salah surely. Yeah, you keep Salah, that's for sure. You keep Salah. So Salah you'll bench for sure. One of your strikers you'll probably bench. And you would at this rate bench Trent. But you could play a situation where you play like a 4-5-4-4. Sorry, you play a 5-4-1 formation for 29. I don't know if a 5-4-1 formation in 29 is as good from a attacking standard point of view, like points and all of that. Ideally, a 4-4-2 formation might be a slightly better. But the thing is, you've got like Trent in there, who out of the remaining defenders, like all of the others will be playing. You probably bench Trent in that case, and you bench Salah, and then you bench one of your strikers. I don't know. That's up to you in terms of how you want to play it. What about Nkunku as a pick for Rodgers? The thing with Nkunku is I don't know if he'll start or if he'll get benched this week for like a Sancho. That's the only thing I'm worried about in terms of Nkunku. His minutes are a bit uncertain. His minutes are a bit uncertain. That's the thing with Nkunku. Now, I did this poll yesterday on the captaincy, and Salah was leading the poll quite comfortably yesterday. Today, the poll has swapped with Armour now leading. Pretty interesting. All right. So, Edwin, what's the plan? What are your thoughts? Neto, you could punt on Nkunku, but I'm not sure about his minutes. Or Mitoma. That's the available option with the budget. And this is my team for now. Edwin, I may have missed it, but have you still got your free hit? He does. He does have his free hit. He could actually free hit. Looking at this team, like it's in a situation where it's a bit tricky to navigate. He does have his free hit. The question is then, because he's played his triple captain, he has his free hit. You could be in a situation, Edwin. Now this is depending on how, because the amount of Palace players you have. Actually, like what Com mentioned, your play could be you free hit in 29 and you wildcard potentially game 34, the blank. Because you'll be playing your assistant manager chip 31, 32, 33. You already have 2 Crystal Palace, 1 Newcastle. You'll probably be adding a couple more Newcastle and Munoz as well, potentially. Ahead of 32. Depending on the situation for 33 doubles. The only thing is trying to get players in for the 33 double. Tough one to say. there is a world where you free hit 29. You could still wildcard in Gaming 30. The only thing is trying to navigate Gaming 34. But I don't know what 34 is going to look like right now until we see how the FA Cup and everything goes. I guess your other situation is what you can do is you can roll the transfer this week, like start Joe Pedro over Morgan Rogers this week. Wait till the FA Cup weekend is done, so we have more information and more clarity on who is at least not blanking in 34, and then make a decision. That is another option because you can easily start Joe Pedro and the on 3. I was certain on leaving my free hit, but I might be making too many compromises. Yeah, that's the thing. So we can wait till we get more information after the FA Cup is done. You can roll the transfer this. You don't have to make a move. Obviously, you miss out on like a Bowen or a Neto or the Chelsea lads. That's the compromise you'll be making for this week. But that you probably have to decide on yourself whether you want to wait for a week's more worth of information or make the transfer. You're in a tough spot. That's the only thing. It's a bit tricky to navigate. Yeah, it may depend on if you want to get rid of Yeah, exactly. So you kind of have to decide on that. It doesn't even have to be Mateta. Like if you have more value stored in Mateta, for example, I don't know what Mateta's selling price is for you. Like if Mateta's selling price is like what 6.9 million or 6.8 million for you, then you could even potentially get rid of Isak. So it just depends on like the selling price of Mateta versus Isak for you and how much value you have stored in both strikers. You might have to take a couple of hits. I think you're going to have to take a couple of hits anyways if you're not free hitting in 29. I think I'm set on free hit 29, so either I do Rogers or to Nkunku or Mitoma or just leave it as it is. If you're set on free hit 29, if you're gonna do free hit 29, then you maximize incoming like the next couple weeks. Then you can do like Rogers to obviously one of the Chelsea lads. 7.3 Mateta, 9 million on Isak. So you have more value stored on Isak then. Yeah, because you have only 0.1 on Mateta. So you can sell Mateta. Like you could realistically, you could be doing like obviously the thing is you want Mateta for Ipswich. You're not going to sell Mateta now itself. So you're basically only like selling like Rogers this week. Next week you probably wouldn't do a transfer. So you could still hold and wait and see, Edwin. You could do Rogers to a Chelsea lad if you want to target the next 2 game weeks. And then you could still decide on 29 whether you do the free hit or not do the free hit. Because next week you wouldn't make a transfer, right? Because Mateta has Ipswich, Isak would have West Ham, and obviously whichever Chelsea that you bring in is going to have a really good fixture as well. So you'll play like the same midfield 5 potentially, with JP on the bench, and you'll play the same defense. So transfers won't change next week. You'll probably roll next week most likely. So then you can decide come game week 29 on how to approach it, whether you press the free hit or whether you make your transfers and change the team. Hoktua says, welcome Hoktua. Who can I buy for Ahmad? I have 7.3. Ooh, unfortunately Bowen went up in price. Otherwise, you would have been able to buy him. You already have Semenyo and Clivert along with Salah and Palmer. So your options are Mitoma, the Chelsea lads, which is Neto. Could go Nkunku. I don't really recommend. Probably Neto. I think I slightly prefer Neto over Nkunku just because of minutes. Minte as well from Brighton. Um, Arsenal. I don't know. Too lack of consistency in attacking areas from Arsenal, so I don't really want that. Who else? Gibbs White or Elanga could be a potential option. Obviously, tough fixtures against Arsenal, but then City and Ipswich in 29 could go one of the Forest lads. Those are your options. Who do you prefer? I think the Bowen one, unfortunately, he went up in price today. So because of that, he's gone just above. So I could sell Trent as well this week, downgrade him to get Bowen. You could do that, yes. Could do that. That call you have to make because Trent has Southampton next week. He may or may not start. If you were to sell Trent this week, would I sell Trent this week to get Bowen? Trent's replacement plus Bowen compared to having Trent for the next two alongside a Chelsea lad. A close call. Kudus? Oh, you could get Kudus actually. You could get Kudus, and you could still not have to sell Trent. The same thing, I guess, goes for Hawk 2 as well. As a replacement, if you want to get West Ham, you could do Kudus as well. That's not too bad. Not the talisman, but could get something against Leicester. That's also an option. Could be on a similar level of form pick as a Neto. I don't mind Kudus. That's also not too bad. How was your last week? Last week was not too bad actually. Ended up on 99 minus 4, so 95 points. Got a pretty decent green arrow. Very good last time. Yeah, Kudus is also not too bad. You could do that as well. Mm, Alright, do we have any news thing? I guess the Kudus pick might Kudus over a Jared Bowen. Yeah, that could actually work as well. I don't mind that. Go there. Just thinking if it's worth it. Hmm. I still think possible maybe you chase the upside with a Chelsea lad instead, like a Neto instead. Kudus would have, who would Kudus have in 2029? Kudus would have Everton, no? Not too bad as well. Yeah, it could work out actually. Who do you think scores more points? Wood versus Arsenal and City +4, because I will have to take a hit, or Bowen versus Leicester and Newcastle? I'd say Bowen versus Leicester and Newcastle. Both Leicester and Newcastle defense has been pretty poor in the last couple of weeks. I'd probably say Bowen versus Leicester and Newcastle. He's on top with the +4 as well. You say like Chris Wood gets like 2 points against Arsenal, maybe scores a goal against City. So that would be a 9 point against City. So that's like 11 points in total over the next two game weeks. Plus the 4 points. So let's say 15 points he gets in the next two. Bowen, you'd expect if he gets even a goal this week, 7 points, plus a couple bonus at least. That's about 9. Could get another goal against Newcastle. He should, get like 18 points at least. He should probably overtake Eastwood. Oh, nice. Arteta to Amarim or who? Oh, you mean for assistant manager? I didn't have Arteta. I went with Glasner. My assistant manager is over. If you guys were looking at assistant manager, I would probably target table bonus this week. 3 table bonus managers. Postecoglou, Pereira from Wolves, and obviously Glasner as well. I'd probably go one of Pereira or Glasner for this week. If you wanted a safer pick in terms of assistant manager, probably will have to be then the Chelsea. Maresca. That might have to be the play. But I don't mind targeting a table bonus. Ebird, how are you doing? Long time no see. Indeed, long time no see. How are things doing, Ebird? How are things going? So yeah, but I still prefer Bowen for the next two. Even I think expected points, if you were to look from like the models as well, they'd probably have. Can I load this up? Will it load up? I don't know. 1 hour prior to transfer deadline. Okay. Um. The expected points. Bowen is 15.6. Chris Wood is 13.5. So with the expected points model, over the next three at least, they expect Bowen to do well. Over the next two as well, Bowen will do well over Chris Wood. 4.2, 4.4, 6.5, 4.7. Yeah. So Bowen is still expected to do well. Interesting that one area is this high. What did this thing tell me to do? And what did I end up doing? I went and got Bowen. Yeah, Rogers to Bowen. That's kind of what I did. What does it tell me to do next week? Isak to Chris Wood. Or no transfer. Yeah, that's probably what I'm doing. Well, Salah, you must be crazy. For Haaland, no, thank you. This is where I go FPL review, you're drunk. Yeah. So this is kind of where I'm at for this week. Let's just start Mikalenko over Luis Hall. Turpentine, how are you doing? Welcome as well. Sold Watkins to Cunha. Fair enough, I guess. Not too bad. Ebert says good. Just had a 98 pointer even without Glasner and Emblemo. Wow, well played. 229 in the league. Want to hear your thoughts? Alright, let's have a look. I think I'm gonna roll. Basically comes down starting Pedro or whoever I bring in for Rogers, and I don't think Nkoko, Kudus, or Mitoma are much better than JP this week. Yeah, I'd probably agree with that. Yes, I would agree with that. So maybe roll, and then you'll be in a better situation next week. Know whether you want a free hit or not free hit based on the FA Cup results as well. Foden to Embuemo next week. Oh, interesting. So okay, let's have a look. So Foden to Embuemo next week. Fair enough. Fair enough, I guess. What do you, is that to like get someone else in 29? What's the plan for 29 top and 10? And let's load eBird up. 9 you said? Is it this one? Look at that. 98 points. Well played. Even without you had Slaughter. But you had Munoz. Ooh. Okay, so Wissa, Isak, Cunha, all the forwards returning. Rashford, well played. Salah, Munoz, Diaz on the bench. Okay. Sell Diaz? Ebert? What are you planning on doing for Gameweek 29? You have 1, 2, 3, 4 players who are blanking in 20. 5 players who are blanking in 29 with Rashford as well. What's your plan for Gameweek 29? Especially they help see you next week. Boys, Edwin. I will see you next week. Memos, Embuemo stays. Yeah, I would assume so. So what's the plan? Ebert, are you free hitting in 29 or not free hitting in 29? Do you have the free hit? Yes, free hit is the only thing you have left. And a wild card. So I think you probably want to save the free hit, if anything. You played your triple captain, no? Wow, great returns, well played. Just did Gabriel to Trent. Oh, maybe probably Dango to Clivett since Evan Nelson back to Visa. Back and Visa to Wood for a -4 and free hit. Oh, you are free hitting in 29. Oh, that is very interesting. Dango to Clivett. And would you do Dango to Clivett or would you prefer to go for someone else? If you're going to free hit in 29, you could go like Can you go Dango to like a Eze or something? 29 to next week, Palace have Ipswich, right? If you're going to free hit in 29, you might as well load up on the double in 32. Start JP or Dango. I'd probably start JP. Demir. Also, Demir, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Good evening to you. What do you think, Ebert? Would you just rather like get like Crystal Palace players in if you're going to free hit in 29? I'll look into it. Gordon is also very tempting. True. The only thing with Gordon is they have a cup final as well. So they could very well like rest Gordon next week. They could rest against West Ham just because the cup final on the weekend in Gaming 28. So that's one thing to kind of keep an eye. But keep in mind, there's also a blank in 34 as well. So you might have to keep that in mind as well. So the other question I have for you, Ebert, is are you starting Dango this week or are you starting Luis Diaz this week? That's the other question. Have I missed anything? No. 1 hour left as well, people. Less than 1 hour left for the deadline. Da-da-da-da-da. Mm, you'll be starting DS? Okay, that makes sense. Yep, fair enough. Um, all right. Do we have anything? No other news from the looks of it. All right, people, how is everything going? Everyone locked in terms of teams? Not assuming. Um, I'm looking at all the just the news on Twitter just to see if we missed anything. Doesn't seem like it. Ren Nuri an option. Yes, he is an option for 29. For 29, he'll be an option. Are you asking for this week? Maybe not this week. Next couple weeks though, he could be an option. But who would you? Do you need to make that move? If you're gonna free hit in 29, you can get him in 29 free hit. Otherwise, looking at your defense, you'll have Trent, Munoz, Robinson. Yeah, I guess if you're gonna free hit in 29, you can move Robinson out to Nuri. What's the gold rush game from 7:30 games this evening? Let me have a look. Actually, a good question. I would assume it will be the Chelsea game. And I assume gold rush will be starting late because of that. Gold rush Wednesday morning. Crystal. Oh no, it's Crystal Palace versus Aston Villa. That's the gold rush game. Crystal Palace versus Aston Villa. Timber or Robinson? Captain Salah or Palmer? Timber or Robinson? Timber. I'll probably go Timber. Captain Salah or Palmer? Salah, the more consistent one. Palmer, the one potentially with a higher ceiling. So it depends on your risk appetite, Gulshan. I don't think there's any wrong call in that either one of them. I think both are pretty good captaincy shots. Just depends on your risk appetite. Palmer definitely more riskier. Repair Mateta will score 4 by halftime. No, please no, I don't have him. I don't have him. Kaza says to go for Robinson. Yeah, fair enough. Amara, how are you doing? My team is Flecken, Gabriel, Robinson, Mikalenko, Mitoma, Palmer, Sala, Elanga, Clivert, Gakpo, Isak, and Dubravka. Luis, Keane, and Die on the bench with along with Dubravka. One free transfer, 2.9 in the bank roll, or do Endai to Kunya? Would you do Endai to Kunya? If you do Endai to Kunya, you would start Kunya over Gakpo maybe? Oh, Elanga. Yeah, I'd probably do the I'd probably do Endai to Kunya or Amara because we have no idea whether Gakpo will start even, for example. I don't mind. I'll probably do Endai to Kunya just in case. Otherwise, you'll end up with like one of the bench players coming on, which not ideal. So yeah, I'd do Endai Cunha. Robinson captain Salah, Endai Cunha, yes. I don't want to bench any of my midfielders. Sell Gakpo, Endai Cunha or roll. I'll do Endai Cunha. You can start Gakpo or you can bench him. If you were to start Gakpo and do Endai Cunha, I would probably bench Elanga out of the lot in terms of midfield. My team is 29th week. Let's have a look. Top and 10. Cunha, Wood, Marmoush comes in from Mateta, Clivert, and Mitoma. Palmer, Foden. What? Wait. What? Cunha, Wood, Marmoush. Hold on. Let me bring up your team first. Is this your team? Did I load the correct team? Is this the team? Top and 10? Cunha, Wood, and Mamu. Yeah, for Mamush comes in for Mateta. Oh, this is not your team. Yes, this is some other team. Let me close some of these teams. Mamush comes in for Mateta, Cliver, Mitoma, Palmer, Foden. Leaves for Embuemo, Mikalenko. Need a keeper for the 29th. Oh, this is for Game Week 29. Oh, okay. Game Week 29, you can probably have Cells as one of the keepers. Or you can get... Is this for a free hit? If it's for a free hit, Game Week 29, Jose Sa against Southampton. That's another possibility. Or Cells against Ipswich is another possibility for keepers. Could go Onana as well. Although I don't know if I would do Onana, to be honest. Winning my league by 93 points. Should I keep it safe with Salah? Well, if you only care about your league, then you might as well just look. And 93 points is a massive lead. You could. It depends on your rank whether you want to try and go higher in rank or not. If you want to try and take a punt on going higher in rank, you could probably switch your captaincy and go with like a Palmer. But I think there's nothing wrong with going with Salah as well, to be honest. Wait, captaining? I am captaining Cole Palmer, the risky pick. Ice Cold Jones, should I start Wood or Bowen? I'd start Bowen. Also, should I start Forest defense or Newcastle defense? I'd start Forest defense. Yeah, Forest defense and Bowen. T Valentino is the name of the team. T Valentino. Why is the team? Aha, found it. So you're doing Cunha for Cunha, Wood, and Marmoush for Game Week 29. So Watkins will go for Marmoush. Matita will go for Marmoush, sorry. And Cunha to Watkins is what you said. Clivert, Mitoma, Palmer, Foden leaves for Embuemo, Salah on the bench then. Mikalenko, Tarkowski, Michael Keane, full Everton defense. Fair enough. Need a keeper. So you have Henderson and Turner. You could do Henderson to Game Week 30. Who does Cells have? Man United. You could actually do Henderson to Cells is one option. Or Jose Sa West Ham. Could do Jose Sa as well, potentially. One of that or Henderson to Cells, potentially, for you. Up and down. Should I take out Rogers and Embuemo? No, I wouldn't take Embuemo out. I'd just take Rogers out. and get Bowen and Neto. I'd only take Rogers. I still think Mbeumo is a pretty good hold. Venga. Pick one from Bowen and Neto for Rogers. And Edvic says Ariola, Cucurella, Wan-Bissaka, Munoz, Bruno, Palmer, Mbeumo, Neto, Ugarte. Interesting. Marmoush and Visa, Captain Bruno. Very differential team. Interesting. Any team leaks around Gakpo? No, I don't think we're going to get any team leaks as well. Because Liverpool play tomorrow, right? Very unlikely we get any team leaks. So far, nothing as well. I was looking online on Twitter as well. Nothing really on Gakpo. Palmer or Salah for captain. I'm 75 points behind in my private league for first place. Just 75 points behind, you probably go for Palmer. The leader might go for Salah and keep it on Salah. You probably need to go a differential, most likely. Wallahi, Bilai, Tilai. Bench one, Mbeumo, Cliver, Dango, Mateta, Wood, or Isak. Mbeumo, Cliver, Dango, Mateta. Bench one, I would bench Dango out of that lot. Any expected points for Gakpo versus Rogers versus Bowen versus Cunha? Yes, that I do have. Gakpo is going to be significantly down, by the way. Like, I can't even swap by team. Where is Gakpo? Gakpo is at 7.8. Should like 3.4 for this week. Because of the minutes being at 57. So 3.4. Rogers, Bowen, and Cunha. Cunha should be pretty high this week. 4.7. So Cunha is up 4.7. Rogers, I think, will be low as well because of the knock. Yeah, 2.2. So Rogers is the lowest. Rogers is lowest, then it's Gakpo, and then Cunha. Bowen, I think, will be the highest out of the lot. Yeah, Bowen 6.5 for Bowen and 4.7 for Cunha. Bowen was at like 3 something and Rogers was at like 2 something. Going ahead with Bruno captain, Edvic. Most likely Shubharan. Oh. Interesting moves. Fair enough. It is end of the day against what do you call? Which not too bad actually. The fixture against Ipswich. His expected points are not too bad. 6.3. Confused between Palmer and Bruno, but want to take the risk. Fair enough. I don't think there's going to be that many people captaining Bruno, let alone owning Bruno. So the gains will be massive. The gains will be massive if it works out. Why does it tell me to start Fabianski and bench cells? Should I start Fabianski, guys? Do you guys think we should start Fabianski just for the lols? Should we start Fabianski for the lols? I know he's not going to play. But should we just do it for the lols? I wouldn't trust United against Southampton. I feel you. I understand. Should we start Fabianski? Let's do it. Just for the lols. Fabianski over Cells. Who knows? Just in case Fabianski starts, I don't mind that. I take that over Cells starting against Arsenal. But yeah. Ignore the goalkeeper. Alright, let's have a look. Anything else? All right. Do we have anything? We don't have anything else. Nope. No Gakpo news. Unfortunately, Shubharan can't find anything. Uh, yeah, nah. Okay, nothing else. Nope. Do. The tempting Southampton fiction game internet is tempting. Akbar to Kunya, to be honest. Yeah, that's one of the reasons as well I got Kunya in. Just because, but then like the run of Wolves is pretty good. To be honest, there are fixtures between now till the end of like game week 30. It's Everton, Southampton, West Ham. Yeah, that's a pretty good run, right? That's kind of why I got Kunya in. All right. Do we have any other information? Nope. Then I have only one player from Liverpool. But is that but for 28? I mean, most of us have been going. Well, I guess now we have like a different. But I most of the season I've been with like only one Liverpool as well. Most parts. Long as you have Salah, all that matters. Well, what do you mean like one player for Liverpool? Isn't like for next week? Because you will have only Gakpo and Salah. Do you see Gakpo starting against Southampton? I guess if you want to wait and see on that, then yeah. But I don't know if he'll start even. Would you tell to Bowen for a free? Yeah, I probably would. Tell to Bowen. Hmm. Yeah, I think I would. Spurs, Bournemouth, Fulham. Yeah, I think Bowen has the better fixtures. Even though Spurs tend to do pretty well against City, I would say Bowen has a slightly better fixtures. So yeah. Is that like your only? Is there any other way to get Bowen in? Like, do you have any players who are even slightly worse? For me, my goal this season is to survive, get into the top 20 of this Australian elite. I just need to survive top 20. That's the thing. If I can survive top 20 in the Australian elite, I'll be happy. I don't want to get relegated. Getting relegated would mean, I think, even going to the. I think that's the Australian second division league, I think. And then that's a bit of a pain to try and get back into the Australian elite. So I don't want to get relegated. Just need to survive. Top 20 somehow. That's the goal for this season. I have Sala, Palmer, Dango, and Utara. Wait, isn't Dango Utara the same player? Or Semenyo? Ah. So you can't do, for example, like a Dango to Bowen. Is the budget for that like too far off? How much is still? Because still is million. Okay. So I'm assuming the budget for like a Dango to a Bowen is a bit too far off. $1.8 in the bank. Yeah, then not enough cash, right? Because you'll have like what 5.6 point. You just a bit short to do Dango um to Bowen. So yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind tell to Bowen. To be honest, don't mind that at all. Bring Salah this week or next week? Wait, you don't have Salah. Wait, you don't have Salah this week. Then I wouldn't look to. I don't know. Next week, I don't know how much his minutes will be against Southampton. When that they have PSG on either side, all of that. Um, I mean, how have you gone without owning Salah for so long? You're gonna get Salah in. Who would you sell? Bruno Fernandes, Edwick. You're not. If, thing is, if you're doing Salah, you can do Palmer to Salah next week, potentially. My boss, it's been a long time. Shepard, how are you doing? Uh, Edwick, are you playing FPL on hard mode? Yes, I would assume so. I don't know why I did Rogers tell, thinking it would be super differential and even captain him. Oh no, I don't know what was going on in my head last week. It is what it is. It is what it is. We all make mistakes. To be honest, Spurs did score 4, but yeah. All right. Why is everyone captain Palmer? Didn't they see the miss against Villa? I am captain Palmer because my rank is shit, and Palmer has a high ceiling this week, and that's basically. So I'm taking a massive risk. Um, it's it's a pure fixtures versus form pick this week. The form is with Salah. The fixture is with Palmer. It's purely fixtures versus form. I just didn't expect the poll to be favoring Palmer at this moment. Dom, how are you doing? Just wanted to come in and say I'm captaining Palmer. Here we go, another Palmer captaincy. Good night to you, Dom. I should also mention, people, if you are new, please do hit that subscribe button. Trying to get to 1,000. We're like 26 subscribers away from 1,000. So if there are any new members, I haven't seen any new faces today. There were a few new names I saw. But if there were any people who are new, please do hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much. Luke and Scully, long time no see from both of y'all. Start Joe Pedro versus Isak. Ooh, probably start Isak. Still probably start Isak. So you captain Palmer. It's so hard, man. I know. Honestly, I still think Salah is still the more consistent, more reliable captaincy option. It's just that Palmer has a potentially high ceiling this week. I kind of want to take a massive risk on it. But I still think Salah is probably the more reliable option. I'm rolling this game week. I'm planning to do Gordon to Madison. Gordon to Madison. Ooh. Gordon to Madison when? Next week or this week? I had to bring Embuemo, so I had to swap Salah last week. You swapped Salah last week. Fair enough. But you would have lost a lot of value on that week. That move. You probably would have lost a lot of value. But if you're looking to bring Salah back in, then you could do it next week. But it depends on what you're doing in 29. You can also wait and do it in like game week 30. But the form player Salah, not an ordinary player like King, KDB, Saka. Yep. I agree. I'm well aware. Freddy, how are you doing? How are things going? Here's the funny thing. So in the reverse fixture, Salah obviously scored 18 points versus Newcastle. If I'm not mistaken. Yes, he scored 18 points. And Palmer had 7. But Chelsea did hammer Southampton. But Palmer just had 7. So sad. I remember watching that fixture. I think this was game week 14. When did Salah play? Game week 14. What did I do in game week 14? Game week 14, I did the same. Oh, well, at least there was a Mikalenko 11 pointer. What did I even get in game week 14? I got a massive red. Oh, and I got a red anyways. It wasn't a massive red, but yeah. Ah, my days. Uh, what's your score predictions for tonight? Which game, Connor? Which game? Oh, you mean all the games for this week tonight? Shepard says next game week. Yep, fair enough. Beto or Visa? Oh, Beto has been on so good form. So is Visa. Let me go back. Beto has Brentford. Visa has. I'll probably go Visa. I'll go Visa because of the home fixture. Visa for the home fixture. 7 pointer was also goes to yes. Inti tweet, sorry, my FPL managers, FPL owners needed me or something. We won't get many chances to cap against Salah this season, and Palmer does go relegation teams chance to rank up. That's kind of why I'm on Palmer at this moment, just purely for the hope. This is copium, boys. Oh, hopium. Looks like Welbeck is back fit. Oh, wait. I thought he was going to be missing this game week. I thought he was missing for this game week. FPL Oost. I see. Look. I see your team. You sent it to me. Luke's team. Everyone Captain Palmer this week. Is Wood to Pedro a good punt in the future? Wood to Pedro a good punt in the future? No. No. I don't trust Joe Pedro at this moment. Think in role, especially if like Welbeck is back fit, no. Think in role, but no idea. Have 4 free transfers. Not sure. Team is on X. Yep. So this is your team that I see on screen. Basically, you're benching Isak. You're benching Isak and starting 4 defenders. Very interesting call there. I'd probably start Isak over one of the defenders. Pickford, Trent, Munoz, Timber, Palmer, Dango, Bruno, Salah, Job, Gakpo. How much money do you have in the bank, Luke? Any chance to do Ismail Sarr to like a Bowen or something for this week? If he could, I don't mind doing this Malsato Bowen and starting him over even Gakpo or JP. The 4 games this morning, I think 3 of them could go either way. Chelsea win easy. Yeah, fair enough. Herzler has not been honest in his interviews. Fair point. I generally don't trust many managers. Okay, so we have Chelsea should Southampton. Wolves versus Fulham. I'd say 2-1 to Wolves. Palace versus Aston Villa. I expect Palace to win. Would they win? Hmm. Nah, okay. I'm gonna go for a draw. Palace versus Aston Villa. Because Aston Villa have enough of X factor players to try and get a result for against Palace. So 1-1 draw between Palace and Aston Villa. Brighton versus Bournemouth. Because of the red card to Bournemouth, I do think Brighton have the upper advantage. Zabani is a big miss for Bournemouth. I'd go 2-1 to Brighton. Although Bournemouth could pull it to 2-1 to themselves as well. The Brighton and Palace fixtures that I'm slightly more concerned. I think there's a draw, Palace Villa, and then maybe 2-1 to Brighton. Ideally, I would like Bournemouth to win. I would get. Luis, welcome. Start Munoz or Rogers, like and subscribe. Also going Haaland cap. Yes, people like and subscribe. Between Munoz or Rogers, I would start Munoz. I don't know if Rogers will start. Probably start Munoz to be honest. Also going Haaland cap. Oh, be careful with the Haaland cap. We're not sure whether he's fit yet. So have a good vice captain in place just in case is what I would say, Luis. Because Pep said he has to kind of see training today to see whether Haaland is going to be fit or not. If you had Guardiola at this point, what would you go sell, and if sell to who? If you have Guardiola at this point, you could probably sell to Ain't Nude. You're looking to not free hit in 29. That is an option. If you're free hitting, obviously like Munoz is a player. Do you need to sell this week because Bulls have full up? You have to sell this week. You can still keep Guardiola for this week. Next week you could probably look. Is having 10 players for Game Week 29 fine if you have the main guys till then? Like, depends if the player that is missing is a goalkeeper or a defender. If it's a goalkeeper or defender, then it's okay. If you're missing an attacker, depends on the player you're missing. But 10 should be okay depending on which spot you're missing. I can do Gakpo to Beto and Saar to Bowen. I'd probably do that. Would I do that? Gakpo to Beto and Saar to Bowen. Yeah, I probably would do that looking at a team. Yeah, I don't mind that actually. But you'll have 2 cheap strikers. Any way to do like Gakpo to like a Cunha or even a Cunha, Mamouche, like that type of player. Or the only way to get Bowen is by downgrading Gakpo significantly. Is that the only way? Yes, you could upgrade Joe Pedro later once you sell Trent or something. Luke. So yeah, you could still do Gakpo to Beto and Sa to Cunha, Sa to Bowen. Then later you can like upgrade Joe Pedro once you sell Trent, essentially. If Rashford starts, I think Villa win. I think Rashford should start. Like yeah, it could be like a 2-1 to Aston Villa as well. Very close game. Fair enough. Rogers was a doubt. Yes, Rogers is a doubt. All the best. See you next week. See you, Edvic. Thank you for staying. Pretty. Hoyson has done ACL. What? No, I don't think. I think there's no news on Hoyson. I think he should be fine. Don't know if you watch AFL. Sadly, I don't. But I got a backstage job at Fox Footy. I start Friday. Ooh, well done. Nice. any backstage job to a sports event is pretty. Hopefully you enjoy it, Connor. That's the main thing. Hopefully you enjoy it. Yeah, that's the only way. Yeah, okay. I don't mind that then. Luke, don't mind it. Actually, Salah from Liverpool moving away from Salah captain seems so weird. Ah, I see your point. To be honest, I wouldn't switch captaincy purely based off former. Pick who you think will do well and that you won't have any regrets. That's basically what I'll say for this week. Pick based on that you won't have any regrets. That's the same thing I did last week with Glasner. When I went Unai Emery to Glasner, I was like, I'd rather do the Unai Emery to Glasner for a hit because I knew that if I didn't do that move and Glasner came with the table bonus, I would regret it. So obviously he did came with the table bonus, and I'm glad I did it. Whereas I was happy that even if Glasner failed, right, and I took the hit, at least I tried it, and where I am at. There's a Watkins after today's Wolves game or wait for FA Cup results. Kunya's about to rise tonight. If you're gonna still sell him, I would sell him. Would any of the decisions of the FA Cup change your mind about getting Kunya in? I guess that depends on whether your game week 29 will change based on the FA Cup. Start Isak over which defender? I would start Isak over. Would be between Timber and Aint Nuri. Maybe Timber or Aint Nuri. Timber and Aint Nuri. Maybe Aint Nuri. I see Fulham potentially scoring. That's amazing, Connor. Congrats. Yes, indeed. What's your team this week? My team is. Ignore the Fabian skill cells. I just did that for the lols. It's gonna be something guys. You'll get auto sub done. It's good to travel all around Australia, going to 2 FL games a week to work. Oh, 2 games a week. Work insane. I haven't been yet to all of Australia. I still need to go places. But this is one of the only few weeks where we can move away from Salah captain. This and also obviously avoiding all the double game weeks. The thing with the double game weeks is once the double game weeks come, everyone's just going to captain the same captain on a double game week. Like Isak is going to be the popular captain in game week 32. 33, whoever doubles will be the popular captain. 34, there'll also be a popular captain. Like when the doubles and blanks happen, it's just whoever's popular captain is going to be the safer pick every time. Tiger, good morning to you, Tiger. Getting up early in the morning here. Because Wolves will play Bournemouth in FA Cup, so he could get injured. If you're concerned about that, then I would probably wait. I'd probably wait then. I sent you my team. I did have a look. I saw your team. You made the changes. I like it. This is Tiger's team, obviously. Got in Bowen and he got in. Who else did he get? Bowen and Chris Wood? Oh, no. We got in Trent, interestingly. This is how the team looks like. Clivert on the bench. I would probably start Clivert, Tiger. I'd bench one of your defenders. I'd probably bench Van Heck and start Clivert, Tiger. I'd start Clivert. Start the attacker over the 4 defense. Probably bench Van Heck. Where's my cat? 180 press up. Yep. Yeah. So if you want to wait for the FA Cup, If you have, depends on your budget as well, Aditya. Do you have enough budget? In the like, just think, can you can you take the point one rice? You can take the point one rice, and like you don't have a worry in terms of like having to bring him in immediately. Then you can wait and see. Just bring Munoz after Game Week 29. He has been pushing so forward. Pretty much places a winner. Yeah, that's my plan. Bought him Bowen. Yes, noticed. I'd start Clivert and I'd probably bench Van Heck. Tiger. That's the only other move I would do from that team. All right. Anything else? Anything that we missed? Don't think so. Punya in for Endai and bench one of Clivert, Elanga, and Mitoma. I would bench. So you play Clivert and Mitoma against each other. Elanga. Feels like a good game for Elanga. On the counter attack, they can sit back against Arsenal and then they counter. Matthew, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. But Elanga, Mitoma. I probably bench Elanga just because of the fixture being slightly harder. I don't know what the expected points models would be. Mitoma. Private is 3.9. Mitoma is 4.1. Elanga is 3.1. Yeah, okay, yeah. Elanga is the lowest. It'll probably be have Gakpo and Isak. Ah, okay. So there's a high chance that Elanga will come off the bench as well if Gakpo doesn't play. Yeah, anytime I bench him, he scores Elanga. Yeah, it might be a good pick as well. They can counter attack, bench and counter. Matthew says, I have a big problem. No one is talking about who to use as assistant manager this week. We did have a discussion on that yesterday. There are three assistant managers. You have Glasner, you have Pereira against for Wolves, and you have Postecoglou, Ange Postecoglou against Manchester City. Those are your three table bonus games. The best one obviously would be, I think, either Glasner or Pereira. I think Pereira Wolves might be a slightly better one potentially compared to Glasner's one. Who did you put the table bonus on? Sorry, who did you put the assistant manager on last week, Matthew? Who did you have last week? If you had like Glasner last week, I don't mind keeping it as the same as for this week as well. I hope Enda recovers. I hope so as well because I really don't really want to do a transfer on him and I'd like to save that transfer. But if I have to do it, I have to do it. Anytime I bench him, yeah. The last game week, I have the chip. I have already Glasner. Yeah, so Glasner has table bonus for this week's fixture. You can keep Glasner and save the transfer. It's either the thing is it's not going to be the easiest fixtures. Aston Villa still is a tough one. The other one is obviously Pereira, who has the table bonus. And then Postecoglou, like I mentioned, against City. Those are your three options. Let me try and get the goal predicted odds for this week so you guys can make a decision based on that. So these were the predicted odds. Goals and clean sheets. So Wolves have a one. Wolves versus Fulham is very close. Why is it a draw? Very odd. Crystal Palace are expected to beat Aston Villa. Wolves Fulham seems to be like a draw here, but I think Wolves could edge it. And obviously Spurs City are favourite. So keep Murphy and Hall on my bench. Yes, I would. Murphy with like first sub. Let's sell Hall for 8 Ooh. You can if you wanted to. Depends on whether like who else is here. Depends on first of all what you're doing for Game Week 29. And do you need Nuri for this week or do you have three other better defenders? The thing is, you'll need Lewis Hall back again after Game Week 29. So you might want to consider team value as well, just in case. Alright, 10 minute people, 10 minutes. Make sure to set your teams, lock your teams, and whatnot. This is my team. The more closer the deadline, more the idea of taking hits rises. Send you my team again. Alright, let's have a look. Yes. Oh, okay. You started. Yep. Fair enough. So you started Van Heck over Kirkes. Yeah, I don't mind that too much, to be honest. Yeah. Okay. Looks pretty good. Don't mind this. Alright. Looks good. Looks good. Best of luck, Tiger. Hopefully everything works out. Team looks good. Team looks good. Alright. Do we have any other information? No, don't think so. Who should I swap? Nah, I think it's fine. It's either that or Kirkes. I think those one between Kirkes and like Van Heck. One of the two. Kirkes is a slightly more attacking out of the two defenders. Taking with Salah captaincy just for the hope that he can recover 10 points. Yup, fair points. Prediction for Barca Atletico first leg. Oh ho ho. Who is at home? Depends on who is at home. It's Barca at home. Barcelona at home. 2-1 maybe? It's a close game, no? Atletico are doing pretty well this season as well, especially in La Liga. 2-1 to Barca? Because it's at the new camp, right? So 2-1 to Barca probably. Gabriel, Hoysen, Hall, Aina, Robinson. Which three would you start? Gabriel, Hoysen, Hall, Aina, Robinson. I would start Gabriel. I'd start Robinson. And I would start... Honestly, I might potentially start Gabriel and Aina against each other, but actually probably just start Hoysen. Gabriel, Hoysen, and Robinson. Part of me is tempted to start Gabriel and Aina and hope for a 0-0, to be honest. Vice Captain Embo is good. Yeah, Vice Captain Embo is fine. Atletico's schedule is crazy. Really? What? I haven't had a look. What's their schedule like? So they have Barca, then they have Athletic Club, Bilbao, Champions League against Madrid. Oh wow, not much of. Then Getafe and then back again Champions League and then Barca again. Oh my days. and then Espanyol, and then again Barca. Yo, they have a tough March upcoming. The March is insane. They have a tough schedule. Yep. So yeah, Gabriel, Hoysen, and Robinson. Although part of me would like to start in a over Hoysen and just like hope for it. But yeah. All right, people. 6 minutes left. Make sure to um, lock those teams. I was just looking at the crazy schedule of Athletic Madrid. Insane. Derbies, semifinals against Barca. They played Barca 3 times. Damn. Very close in La Liga as well. Can't Aid Nouri or Robinson? Oh, I'd go Aid Nouri because Bulls are at home. Aid Nouri for the home team. All right. Any other things? I don't think so. I think we're almost looking forward to going back to sleep as well. Is this the last, like, these early morning deadlines are not the easiest, guys. Next week is a reliable, realistic time. That's not too bad. Game week 30 again. Oh no. 31st. 32 is reliable. Game week 33. Oh, it hasn't been set. TV fixtures haven't been set for 33. No, have they been set for 32? Oh, 31. Okay, TV fixtures haven't been announced. Yeah, enough. But at least the dates are reliable somewhat from the looks of it. '33 deadline. I might not be available for the deadline for 33. So we might do an early deadline instead on 33. So yeah. Alright, back to the chat. The guy who's first in the world did slot. Yes, I saw that. After the deadline, he made the move. Who would you have chosen as your captain? I have chosen Palmer. As crazy as it may sound, I still think there is no wrong decision between the two. I do also think there is a massive risk with Palmer, which I should mention. Start Nico Williams or Munoz? Munoz. Start Semenyo, Wood or Clivert? I'd start. I'd probably start Clivert because Chris Wood slightly tougher fixture. Right, I'm going to the FPL Meets event in London. Keen. All right, have a good day, Chaza. Thank you for joining me. Obviously, Chaza will be joining Chatbox podcast next week, so stay tuned for that, everyone. Chaza will be there for next week on the podcast. So looking forward to having Chaza next week and obviously discussing the aftermath of the FA Cup results and what does that mean for game week 33 and whatnot. Keen once again, I live to see if my players have good fixtures in game week 30. Hopefully hold back playing the wildcard till 31. Fair enough. We're all going to choose Palmer, and when he flops, we'll start crying because Salah going to outscore him. Don't tell the truth now itself. Let me at least hope for a couple of hours. Start Dango or Beto. Actually, I would start Beto. Oh, actually. Yeah, Beto. Hope Cunha matches Palmer captaincy points. Hope so. We'll see. I mean, if he does, I'll be happy. I'll take that. Gakpo has been a disappointment. Yes, I do agree. I didn't get him for the 16-pointer, but the fact that he was a no-show in the double game week in 25 was a massive disappointment. It is what it is. So can't do much about it now. All right, people. 1 minute more. Lock those teams. Palmer sub at 50 minutes. Ibrahim is manifesting stuff here. Alright, people, lock those teams. Make sure you lock those teams. I am looking forward to bedtime for me. Maybe I'll get up and watch. Get up and watch the game. What game should I get up and watch? Should I get up straight away for? Do I get up for these games, or do I sleep through it and get up for the Chelsea game and watch the nightmare unfold? I could potentially get up. I have Cunha playing, Cliver playing. I have only Cunha and Cliver playing. Nah, I'll probably get up to see Chelsea Southampton. I have Robinson also playing. I don't know how it is and Benedict. It's easy perma cap. I wouldn't say it's easy. Is Haaland playing? Don't know. When Saka back? Not till at least after the international break. Tiger. Alright. I think that's the deadline. That is it. Things are done. I am going to refresh the page to see whether the FPL Towers decided to lock the deadline. Seems they may have decided to lock. Site is low. At least something's. Wait, where are you time zone? I'm in Australia. And right now, 5 o'clock. We started the deadline stream at 3 o'clock in the morning. Now it's 5 o'clock. So I'm looking forward to some sleep. And then I'll get up, obviously, for the Chelsea Southampton. I don't know if I really want to get up for these games. Do I really want to get? I'll probably watch the highlights instead. It's like another 45 minutes worth of sleep, which is so precious. I'll take that extra 45 minutes. Now, did the FPL deadline lock? I think it did, right? Looks like the FPL deadline might have locked. Barca Athletic game will start at 2 a.m. Not for me. It's more reliable time here, 7:30 in the morning. The thing is, I don't know where I can even watch it, honestly. I don't think they show it on. I'll need like a different stream for it. I don't have it. Probably just catch the highlights. Salah, please go some. Salah is my captain fan. It locked. It did locked. Okay. Alright. That is that. Thank you all for watching. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. I'm going to bed. I will see you all. I was thinking whether to do a podcast today, but I don't think we'll get much information from doing a podcast today. So I probably will see y'all all Thursday. I don't think I have it. I don't have the time. Maybe we might. We'll probably do a stream next week. I will, however, do a video maybe on Friday or something. But we'll potentially do a stream next week. So enjoy the FA Cup weekend, people. I'll see you all on Monday for the stream. Next week. Monday basically. Is the stream for team selection. Enjoy the week. Enjoy the weekend. Have a good. That's it. Have a good game week. Hopefully everything goes well. Maybe we might do a stream on. I want to do a stream on Friday. Maybe we could do a stream on Friday. I haven't decided yet. We could do one on Friday. A short one on Friday, and then again on Monday. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I will see you all later. Have a good night. Peace out, everyone.